I'm going to talk about efficiency and economy of movement. One of the things that's really just separates someone who has a good performance from a great performance is being efficient and having no wasted movement. They're just, well, that's exactly what efficiency is. So let's take NAS Amateur Nationals that was, the earlier this year in 2015, a couple weeks ago. There's the sandbag medley. And it was originally supposed to be 4 sandbags carried like 60 feet loaded onto a platform, and you run back each one. You have to think about all the movement that takes in that event. They started behind us. It ended up being 3 sandbags, but that's really irrelevant. So they started behind the sandbag. They had to run up to the sandbag, carry it, load it onto a trailer, run back, etc. So you saw a couple people made a couple little bobbles here and there, and it really cost them. It cost them big points, just these little things like. So you want to think when you're doing an event on how you can move as efficiently as possible. So let's take, there's 3 sandbags lined up, and you've already loaded. Well, first you start behind it, so it has to be ingrained in your head exactly how you're going to approach that sandbag, exactly how you're going to pick it up. Are you going to flop it over? Are you going to do this? How are you going to pick it up? Don't just go up to it and like instinctually. You need to have a plan so your movement is efficient and fluid. If you kind of bobble for that grip and don't just get it right away, you just wasted 3-5 seconds. And 3 to 5 seconds, every sandbag, that's 15 seconds, and that's the difference between winning an event and placing mid-pack. So just really think and have it all just going through in your head how you're going to do each movement. And then when you run back, when you load the sandbag onto the thing, are you going to turn left? Are you going to turn right? When you go back to the sandbag, are you going to run completely around it and lift it from, like let's say a sandbag's here, or are you going to run all the way around it, come here, or are you just going to run right to the side, be, kind of to the side of it, switch it over, pick it up, and then one pivot and move? That's way faster to run to the side of the implement and pick it up than running all the way around it. You're going to save a couple seconds just doing that in a 3 or 4 part medley. So you need to be conscious of the space and how you're moving in it, and how you're moving around, around the implement and with it as well. And also take into account like the conditions. So that was a slippery, polished concrete floor. So you're probably going to have to kind of like decelerate a little when going, running back to the, second or third sandbag. You're going to want to decelerate a little sooner than you would if you were on asphalt, and you could just make a quick stop, pivot, because you're going to slide. So you can use that to your advantage. I saw some people do that. So just think how you're going to move, and don't just kind of be like running around with a chicken with your head cut off. Of course, that's an exaggeration, but regardless of being, the sport of strongman is about getting stronger, but it's also about being a good tactician, just like any other sport. A sport comes from who plays the game the best. Everyone has a certain set of skills, and then you need to be able to implement those skills on game day and in practice.